With the Patriots officially eliminated from the postseason last weekend to the Buffalo Bills, it is mock draft season. I'm Evan Lazar for CLNS Media. Today we are going to react to the legendary Mel Kiper mock draft 1.0 over on ESPN. And with the 21st pick in the draft, the Patriots select Alabama wide receiver Jameson Williams. Now, on the surface, I'm sure many people that watch college football know that Williams tore his ACL in the college football national championship, and most athletes nowadays with modern medicine take about 9 to 10 months to recover from an ACL injury, and then some to get fully up to speed back to their normal play speed from pre-ACL injury. So we're looking at a player that most likely will be a de facto redshirt, at least for most of the beginning portion of the 2022 season. Now, when you draft a player of Williams' caliber in the first round, you clearly don't want to push him after an ACL injury. So this could be a season lost for Williams. It could be mid-October, November before he gets out on the field for the Patriots. And that certainly gives me some pause because the Patriots system is so complex and because there's so many things to learn and intricacies about the type of the routes and the route tree that New England implements in their offense. To have a player, especially a rookie, and a first round pick at that with a ton of expectations, come in and not have training camp, not have a mini camp, not have a rookie or OTA session with the team, and have to hit the ground running in his rookie season without that practice time tells me that more or less Jameson Williams would be a player in his rookie season that wouldn't necessarily produce at the levels that Patriots fans are expecting. And you go into year two, the expectations get even higher, and you start to think about the trickle-down effect that that injury might have on a player in the Patriots system, which is very difficult to learn for any player, whether it's a veteran or a rookie. And that gives me some pause with this pick if I'm the Patriots. Now, the great news would be that if you have some patience and you allow Williams to work his way back, he is what I would call a 3-level burner, somebody that not only can take the top off the defense with his explosiveness on the outside, but can also win at the short and intermediate levels due to his play speed. So the Patriots could throw him, for instance, drag routes, passes behind the line of scrimmage, wide receiver screens, and watch him catch and run with it at the short area of the field. Or they could send him on crossing routes or dig routes or other routes over the middle of the field at the intermediate level and try to get him runways, slants, quick post, skinny post, glance routes, whatever you want to call it, into the middle of the structure, and then get him in those opportunities to take off from there with the football in his hands. You talk about timing, accuracy, placement by Mac Jones, and leading Jameson Williams up the field. That is a scary proposition, and then you put the cherry on top of him being able to create explosive plays over the top of the defense, and this is the exact type of player that Patriots fans are clamoring for. Oh, and by the way, Bill Belichick will love that Jameson Williams will play in the kicking game on fourth down, one of the best gunners in college football last season. And although you might overrate special teams here in New England just a little bit, when you watch gunner tape and you see how they can get off the line of scrimmage and how they can avoid jams from the players trying to block them at the end of the punt formation, that is a big indicator of how receivers are going to get off press coverage, going to get off different types of techniques from cornerbacks at the NFL level. And the fact that Williams is so dominant in that phase is a good indicator that he's going to have a great release package in the NFL. Another player who was really good in the kicking game on special teams as a gunner in college, is one of the best receivers now in the NFL, is Terry McLaurin in Washington. Watch Terry McLaurin's gunner tape at the University of Ohio State, and you will see a guy that can really release off the line of scrimmage, and you understand why he is so effective against press coverage. So I love the player. Jameson Williams, exactly what the Patriots want. My concern with it would be the fact that the Patriots would have to be extremely patient with him. He's not going to have a training camp. He's not going to have a rookie mini camp or OTAs, and he's going to have to fall into this very, very complex Patriots system. And I know the Alabama ties are there with Mac Jones, but they didn't overlap at Alabama. So Williams never caught passes from Mac Jones at Alabama either. So just a lot of things there that I think are going to be difficult, and it's going to take a lot of time, not only for Jameson Williams to get healthy, but then to be able to hit the ground running with the Patriots after his knee recovers from the ACL injury. Really talking about a player that we can get jazzed up about if the Patriots take him in the first round in year 2, not necessarily in year 1. I'm sure they'd figure out ways to get him the football early on in his career once he comes back from the injury. But talking about running the full route tree in New England without training camp, without all that practice time and lead up to the season, that is a lofty expectation. So essentially, what would be a 1-year redshirt type of player in the first round, I don't know if Patriots fans are going to be too excited about that, but that was what Mel Kiper had in his mock draft 1.0. And obviously from a skill set perspective, it's very, very easy to see why the Patriots would be interested in Alabama wide receiver Jameson Williams. So that is the wrap up here on Mel Kiper's mock draft 1.0. The Patriots once again at the 21st selection, taking Alabama wide receiver Jameson Williams. What do you think about the pick? Let us know in the comment section below, and we will have plenty of more draft coverage here on Patriots Press Pass and on clnsmedia.com. I'm Evan Lazar for CLNS Media. Thanks for watching.